What's going on, everybody? Real quick, I just want to get straight to the point. I want to make this long and drawn out. I can't talk, and I'm already messing up this video. The alerts you hear in the back are part of this system that's on the screen. So let's get straight into it. Indicators versus naked charts. I see a lot of people asking about indicators and robots trading EAs, and they want to know if they work. They think that they're a scam, and I completely understand why you guys say it. And I'm going to explain it right now. As you can see, if you look at the screen, you do see a EA in the right hand corner at the very top. That is a trading robot. If you look at the screen, you see this wave in front of you. This is a cloud. This is an indicator. If you look in the right hand corner, then you see it says short. That is another indicator. Everything on the screen except for the indicator that says short is one of our trading softwares. Okay, and I'm going to explain the difference between indicators and naked charts, and do indicators work, and should you use them or should you not. Now it's up to you to decide if this is something you want or not. I'm just going to explain what you see. In the right hand corner, that indicator says short. If you look at this currency pair, GBPUSD, on the 1 hour, this is where I took the trade. The market has been in a downtrend on a sell short for days. Today it decided to go back up, so it's on an uptrend, right? That indicator in the right hand corner is telling you to sell. And this is where people have bad experiences with indicators. If you listen to this indicator, as you see from today's opening, there's only a couple of sell candles entirely through this move, meaning you'd have never had a successful trade unless you were looking for 1 or 2 pips, right? You know, you would have got a handful of pips if you knew how to get in and out of a trade, which by the time you do that and pay the commission or whatever you pay, it ain't worth it. So anyway, I digress. Let's keep it on track about indicators. The indicator that we have, the one that you see that's a cloud, you see it signaled 3 times. It took 2 trades. At the very, very bottom right hand corner, you see those 2 green arrows? Those 2 green arrows are where this robot took a trade. It took the first trade when the candle closed, the blue candle closed above the cloud. So it took a buy trade because it saw everything going up. And then the market tried to fake the robot out, and it went back into the cloud. And because this robot had protective mode, it cut the trade off because it saw the trade immediately going in the other direction. So it cut the trade off to keep you from hitting stop loss or just simply losing the trade. That's the beauty of a robot. It knew the market was faking out. It stopped the trade, and when the trade was ready to go in the right direction, it came back into the trade. That's literally what you see when you see those 2 green arrows. That was the first time it entered the trade. The market faked out. The indicator said, the robot said, oh, no. We see what you're doing. We out of here. We'll wait till you're ready. The market came back and it was trying to sneak back out. The robot jumped right on it, got back in the trade. It rolled it up, as you can see. Now, as it was riding up, the momentum became stronger and stronger. We seen that we were clearly in a bullish trend. The robot took another trade. It said, hey, you know what? This is looking good. Jumped in for another trade. That's how I got 100 pips there. So this is the difference between a naked chart and a robot. Now, granted, this move without an indicator, if you're an experienced trader, or at least you understand price action, you probably would have expected this to go back up to where you see these red arrows right towards the furthest to the left from the blue candle. You'll see a bunch of red arrows here. And clearly, you see that the market has to go back up there. So you would expect this. This is not like a rocket scientist. If you know a little bit about Forex and trading, you expect it. So we expect this to be a point where we might see a pullback. However, the indicator's doing all the heavy lifting for you, and it's already telling you this. Now, you see that I have a stop loss. It's trailing my profit because I'm not going to take a loss on this trade no matter what. I could go lay down and go to sleep, and when I wake up, whatever happened with this trade, I'm in profit no matter what because I put a trailing stop on there with the robot. Now, the difference is, had I had a naked chart, I would have to sit here. I would have to wonder what's going on, but I have an indicator in a robot. I get alerts whenever something occurs. I could just keep looking at my phone while I'm out eating or whatever I'm doing. I was out earlier while this trade happened. I was managing the trade from my phone, but the robot's already managing the trade for me. If I had a naked chart, I would have to be stressed out watching this trade, looking for the right opportunity to get out. I probably will be looking to get out right around where you see my first TP is. The first TP is where I'm expecting these candles to start resisting the uptrend, and that's where my first TP is. Once it's done doing that, I'm expecting it to bounce back up and hit my second TP. The robot knew this based off the parameters I gave it. Now, had I had a naked chart, I would have to sit here and watch all of these moves and wait for when these moves were happening. The robot is already there waiting for me. See the difference, guys? A lot of people get robots that can't do this because they get them from CD places. I see people in Telegram groups, Facebook groups, all those great places asking for robots. I see you guys sharing them with each other. And, you know, the thing about doing that is when you get the robot or the software from a person who's not the author, you don't get the updates, you don't get the bells and whistles, you don't get the things that they correct in the algorithm. You don't get those things. So you may get a version of the robot that is not tweaked to its best potential, and your robot may be losing trades for you. And this is very common because a lot of people pirate the software. Granted, you guys feel like it's not wrong to pirate or whatever. We're not going to get into right and wrong here. What I'm going to tell you is the intention of that software may not be used for what you want. Some software is made to trade certain circumstances, certain pairs, certain time frames, certain conditions. This robot that we have now does all of that. But what if you have a robot that only trades gold and you're putting it on GJ, and you're sitting there wondering why the robot is doing the things that it's doing, is stopping you out, it's cutting off the trade? It sucks. Robots don't work. This is my third one that did this. No, it's because you didn't get the robot from the right place, so you don't know how to trade with it. So that is why people have these bad experiences. I was one of them. I used to do it all the time. You know, I've been trading for almost 2 years. And I'm not going to get too much into that because I'm not a guru. I'm not a teacher. I'm not here to try and act like I'm teaching you something. None of that. I'm just telling you what I'm doing now, how this trade got me here, how I got here. I used to watch YouTube videos and try to do all kinds of stuff. And, you know, it was crazy. What I'm going to say to you now, look at the indicator that is not hours. It says short. Where do you see a short on this chart? Look for yourself. There's no shorts on this trade. So what is this indicator talking about? This is my point and why people say, do indicators not work? Do robots not work? Yes, they work, but you have to have the right ones. You have to have the right stuff and trade it the right way. Some robots are meant to do certain things. Our robots are made to work on anything. You can trade anything with candles or lines in the trades. Our robots can handle it. We have the parameters set up for all of that. You know, so it depends on what you want to do. But you have to be careful where you get your software, because that is how a lot of people get cooked in this market. And you may end up being the next victim of this. You may get cooked, okay? So if you don't want to get cooked, I suggest you listen to what I'm saying, and you be careful out there. Now, you had a naked chart. This move right here that I'm in, this is visible on a naked chart 100%. As you can see, you know, and I'm not going to give an analysis. I don't even want to do that, because there's people that have been trading longer than me. I know some people who trade longer than me, they can't trade. They're still learning. Some people have been trading shorter times than me. This is for the new traders. If you're a new trader, you can look at this move as you're learning and realize that this was visible on a naked chart. So I'm not going to say, oh, this is better than naked charts. What I'm going to say is, why do all that work when you don't have to? The indicator's going to do it for you. If you're a new trader and you're learning, guess what? You may be learning this move, but hey, just like me, I'm still learning. I'm still trying to figure things out. I'm not going to say I'm this master trader. I'm a new trader. Look what I did. I got to sit here and watch this robot do this for me while I'm learning my trading. I got 100 pips just now while I'm learning trading. Who knows what this is going to end up being when I'm done. But I just wanted to show you guys the difference. The heavy lifting is done by the robots. Granted, it would be great to be geeky and go, hey, yeah, I'm going to get 242 pips at the end of the day once I figure out where this is going to bounce and land. That's fine. Don't get me wrong. It's good to know those things, but you don't have to do all the heavy lifting anymore. So it's up to you guys. It's really on your trading style. Do indicators work? Yes. It depends on where you get them and depends on what you're using them for. Does a drill work when you go to drill it into something? Yes. But if you take a drill and you go up to a rock and you try to drill a hole in a rock, is it going to work? No, because you didn't use the drill the way you were supposed to. It's that simple. So for the people out there that want to know about indicators and EAs, trading robots or EAs, for the people that don't know, if you want to know if they work, this video is the proof. This is a live trade that I recorded to show you guys the difference. And for the people that think that the scams, no, it depends on where you get them. A lot of you guys are in those groups sharing software that it's not intended to be used that way. You tell somebody, hey, here's a trading robot, and they go try it, and they don't know what hour to put it on. They don't know what time frame to use. They don't know what pair to trade. They don't know if this is a indice, if this is a stock, if this is a currency. You're just trading with it. You don't know what you're doing. And don't get me wrong. There's a lot of people out here trading, and they don't know what they're doing, because there's a lot of things people don't tell you when it comes to trading. Simple things that you don't learn. You have to learn these things with experience, right? I know there's things that I wish I would have known a year ago. You know, I know it now though, and I'm here to save you guys the trouble. I'm not a master trader. I just want to be able to help some people that are on that journey. Like I was on that journey, and like I'm still on that journey. I'm not no teacher. Believe you me, man. I be having my good and my bad days. People be up here acting like it ain't no bad days. There's bad days in this trading stuff. But once you learn your stuff, you don't have to worry about that. As you can see from the robot, look at all the arrows that you see along the screen. If you look at all of the bad trades, the robot clips you out of those. So you don't have to worry about the bad trades. You stay in the good ones and you clipped out the bad ones. You can't really lose like that. The profitability in this alone, if you look at the chart, tells you you can't lose. Now, if you guys are interested in the software, of course, contact us. We'll hook you up. I'm pretty sure I'll talk to my partner and they'll hook y'all up with the software. If you guys want to use other software, make sure you know what you're doing, and just that's it. Go out there and trade, man. Don't be afraid of indicators, and don't be afraid of robots. Yes, you can get cooked with them, but that's just if you don't know what you're doing. If you're going out there blind, you're going to get cooked anyway. But this is just to confirm your analysis. If you know how to trade and you have a robot, the robot's just going to confirm your analysis. You'll know if you're right or wrong, and the robot may correct you. Like there's a lot of times I had analysis and I put my robot on and I was completely wrong, and the robot was telling me, no, this is going down, and I'm sitting up there, nope, I'm taking a buy, because my human mind tells me that I'm right. I'm like, how could the robot predict? It can't know, but it just sees things that you don't. There's times when you're gonna forget this and forget that, and the robot is just gonna know. It's just gonna know, man. It's just gonna know. And then you can sit there and go, oh, I'm glad I listened to my robot today. You didn't have to do any heavy lifting. And look, 100 pips on a trade that I had to do. I had nothing to do with this trade. I just want you guys to know I turned on this robot and went about my business. I'm gonna just confess to you what I did. I turned the robot on, got up, turned the robot on. I watched an episode of The Walking Dead and then went to sleep. Woke up this morning, I heard the little robot take a trade. I just looked at the trade. The trade managed itself. As you can see, I have a trailing stop. Everything's going the same way, right? This is what I mean. So when people ask, do indicators and EAs work, please refer them to this video. If you're new, subscribe to the channel wherever you see this video posted. Please, man, let people know that this is real. This is a live trade. I've done a lot of these videos. Actually, I have a few of these recorded where I'm live trading different robots that we have. It depends on what type of trade you are, but we have a ton of software, and I have videos showing you that this stuff works. A lot of times you guys run into software because it's coming from shady areas and it doesn't work. Yes, there's crappy robots out there. There's tons of them. There's way more crappy ones out there than good ones. A lot of people are not willing to just give you a good robot. That's another thing too. You got to realize, if you're getting it for free, what are you expecting if you didn't pay for it? You just guys got to understand, you get what you pay for, is what I'm saying. Do I say you buy this, you have to buy this? No. But if you want 102 pips like me, yes, one trade like this will pay for it, right? So let's just be real. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to help you guys out, because I went through it. I sat there and was losing money, frustrated, trying to figure it out. So all you have to do is just go with the flow now. This is it. Look, I'm not touching anything. I'm sitting here talking to you while this is trading. The alert you're hearing in the back, that's the robot managing the trade for me. As I'm gaining pips, it's throwing them. You hear it? It's throwing them in the bag. It's just throwing them in the bag. When you hear that chime like that, that's the robot securing more pips. You hear it? It's securing more pips. So when people say robots don't work, indicators don't work, I heard they're no good, show them this video, because it really depends on where you get the software from. If you're getting it on the dark web in some shady place, just understand you're sharing free software with people, and you're expecting to take your money that you put in an account and risk it on that. then you can't get mad at the outcome. Now, if you paid for it and it's doing that, that's a completely different story. But, you know, once again, you still got to know what you're doing with a lot of these robots. I could turn this robot on and the market could be consolidating. And if I don't have enough experience to know trading, what do you think is going to happen? You're going to just see the robot keep clipping you out of trades. You're going to go, oh, this robot doesn't work. No, the market is not moving. So there's some level of understanding you need to have. If you need training with a robot, I can help you with that. I'm not going to sit up here and say I'm teaching people how to trade Forex. That's disrespectful to people that actually do this. I'm not a teacher. I just learned myself. I'm still learning. So just keep that in mind. But for the people that want to know if indicators work, look at the indicator in the right hand corner. Look at my chart. Look at my trade. We are at 103 pips in a buy. And that indicator that I got from one of those groups, I like the way the indicator works, so I got the indicator. And look, it hasn't been correct at all today. It never changed until long. It stayed short. And it was never right. So I just want you guys to see this so you guys know what's going on and you protect yourselves out here. Indicators and robots do work, but it depends on where you get them and how you use them. You need to get them from the author, the person who made it. If you didn't, then you're in for some treats, because I told you, I seen a person out there who purposely put out his robot and he did not put the template file with the robot, so the robot was set up to trade against the market. I don't think that's wise, because that's gonna have people saying your robot doesn't work, which is what happened with this robot in particular. But you can't tell people what to do, and I guess that was his way of counteracting piracy, because the robot was pretty popular, and there are a couple of groups on Facebook that they were spreading that thing like wildfire. But just trust me, guys, if you want to make your life easier and you feel comfortable with the person who's presenting the software, it wouldn't hurt you to buy it and use the indicator robot, because it's just going to make your trading easier. It's not going to make it perfect, but it's going to make it easier. Even this robot, it's perfect. However, if you don't know how to trade at all, you need somebody to show you how to use it, because once again, the market can range, and when that's happening, if you have a robot on, that robot's going to do its job and try to take trades for you. If it's ranging, the market is going to just keep slapping you in and out of the trade, and you're going to say, hey, this is not working. No, it's because you don't understand what's happening right there. You need to wait until the market starts coming out of that move, or when you see the market ranging for a while, when you see candles start coming out, if you have the EA right there, if you have the indicator, you're going to see candles starting to come out. You're going to know, okay, I know this pattern. I know when I'm seeing it, it look like we're going to go in the direction. Put on our EA and robot, is going to determine the direction and go take the trade. Just that simple. Anyway, I'm going to end the video. Subscribe to the channel. Please share this video with anybody that asks us this question, because I see this question all the time. And it's sad, because people really don't think these things work because of the horror stories. And I have them myself. I have horror stories myself. But as a person who now is a part of making software and selling software, or helping people learn to trade and making the trading easier, it was my business and duty to make this video to share with you guys. So please share this video with people that ask that question. I'm out of here. It's your boy Jimmy. Peace.